What's going on YouTube? This is Devin coming back at you with another video today on Pub Stomp MTG. Glad to have you here, and today we're going to be looking at Soul of Windgrace. This is a very familiar card because we do have Lord Windgrace, which was a Planeswalker a couple years ago, but it's a little updated and it's a creature. Honestly, I personally like this better because I'm not a super big fan of Planeswalkers, so this is a really great card for Commander in my opinion. So, with Soul of Windgrace, he has a lot of really great abilities. Whenever Soul of Windgrace enters the battlefield or attacks, you may put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. I'm going to stop right there because there's a really great ability right there because you may put a land card from a graveyard. Not just your own graveyard, you could take other people's fetch lands or other lands that they have in their graveyards. So super awesome ability just right there, but luckily there's actually more abilities on top of that, which makes this a super crazy commander in my opinion. So, the abilities read as follows. Pay a green mana, discard a land, you gain 3 life. Pay a 1 and a red mana, discard a land and draw a card. Then you pay 2 mana and a black mana, discard a land card, Soul of Windgrace gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. So all those abilities are fantastic because it's a life gain, you're drawing cards, and also you can protect Soul of Windgrace with that indestructibility. So, with my first impressions of this card, I actually think I do like this better than the old Lord Windgrace. I think this is way better in my honest opinion because you only can activate Lord Windgrace once while you can do Soul of Windgrace multiple times by adding more mana to it. So with this deck tech, it's going to be very similar to the old Lord Windgrace where we're going to have a lot of landfall synergies. Also, because Soul Windgrace wants to keep on attacking and entering the battlefield, we're going to add some extra combat abilities on top of him as well. So making him a little different from the original Lord Windgrace. So going to the landfall theme, we have a lot of really great options. For those overrun abilities, we have Omnath, Locus of Rage, Nesting Dragon, Titania, Protector of Argoth, and Avenger of Zendikar. These are all really great token generators. I especially like Titania, Protector of Argoth because we're going to keep on getting those lands from your graveyard to the battlefield, making those 5/3 elemental creatures. Also, with making so much tokens with all these creatures, Craterhoof Behemoth is a really great game-ending option if you want to overrun your opponents. So now switching gears, we're going to talk about some graveyard synergy. Because of Soul of Windgrace's ability, there's going to be a lot of fetch lands going to the graveyard and coming back out. We do have some really great cards that could abuse that graveyard even more. We have Splendid Reclamation that will return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Ramunap Excavator and Crucible Worlds essentially being the same card. You may play lands from your graveyard. And we also have Neheb Dreadhorde Champion, which I personally like because you'll be able to discard any number of cards and then add that much red mana. Also, another really great include is the Gitrog monster because he synergizes with lands so much in the graveyard, and also you'll be able to draw so much cards with him, so super great include with him as well. So at the beginning of the video, I did mention extra combats. We have cards like Fury of the Horde, Seize the Day, and World at War that will get you those extra combats so that you can put more lands from the graveyard onto your battlefield. Also, a super fantastic include is Morog, Fury of Akum. He has a lot of really great abilities, pumping up your creatures whenever they attacked an additional time. Also, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat after this phase. So with Morog's ability and Soul of Windgrace's ability, let me know down below in the comments if I'm wrong. But with Soul of Windgrace's attacking ability where you can put a land from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. So unfortunately, this will not work with Morog's ability because it has to be on your main phase. Soul of Windgrace attacking on a combat phase will not trigger this because it's not on a main phase. So let me know down below in the comments if I'm wrong or if I'm not saying something completely correct. I want to make sure for you and for me that there's clarity in games when these things happen in the game. Besides this, extra combats are fantastic in the deck and I'd highly recommend them. So moving away from extra combats, we're going to talk about a combo that's pretty popular in Modern. This combo is going to be using Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Unfortunately, Primeval Titan is banned in Commander, but there's also really great outlets to use with this combo. So if you're not familiar with this combo, Dryad of the Elysian Grove will read every land type as a basic land additional to other types. That means every land you control could be a mountain. With this, with Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, it'll read every land that comes onto the battlefield as a mountain and it'll deal 3 damage to target creature or player. With this in mind, you'll definitely want to play something like Escape Shift. Sacrifice any number of lands, search your library for that many lands and put them onto the battlefield. You'll grab something like a Vesuva to copy Valakut and they'll all trigger simultaneously, and then you can blast a lot of people for a lot of damage. If you don't want to use Scapeshift, you could also use this combo as well by having Abundance on the battlefield and then playing Cultivator Colossus. You're going to continuously put land cards from your library onto the battlefield, taking all your lands out of your library and then dealing a ton of damage to your opponents. So this is definitely a great way to win some games. I really like this combo because I really like Velka because it definitely looks like Mordor with Mount Doom. So this is a really great combo if you want to add it to your deck. So with that combo out of the way, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching this video. Soul of Windgrace is a fantastic commander. I actually may consider building him myself because of those abilities. But let me know down below, what do you think about Soul of Windgrace? Do you think he's overpowered? Do you think he's just right? Let me know down below again. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's definitely the best way to support the channel. And with that out of the way, thank you for stomping